Hi guys, it's Megan, back with my special guest, my sister, Ryan.
Hi.
We love Disneyland so much, so we thought we would get together and give you guys some tips on doing Disneyland like a pro.
Yes.
Because we go to Disneyland a lot and we love it. It's our favorite place.
Yeah.
So this video is going to be about how to do Disneyland on a budget.
Yes. So we love going to Disneyland, and we've loved going to Disneyland our whole lives. But you know, when you're like in your early 20s and you have a job that doesn't pay super well, and you know, I was in college and going to school full time, working full time. I didn't have any money, at all. And roommates or siblings or whomever would be like, hey, let's go to Disneyland for spring break. I'm going. Obviously, I'm going.
Yeah.
So you pick up a lot of tips and tricks for how to go on a budget, because there's no way I'm passing up this trip. But also, I've been eating nothing but ramen for weeks. So you gotta figure out how to make it
figure
work.
it out.
Yes. So through that experience, I think we've both kind of had to scramble funds to make a Disneyland trip work.
Totally.
So we've come up with some good ideas for how to do it on the cheap.
Yeah. And this can work if you have kids too.
Yeah.
So not just for, you know, single
we'll give
adults
you tips
or
for kids too.
yeah. So all right, so my very first tip is getting tickets. There is a website called Getaway Today. They are a website that is certified to sell Disneyland tickets, which I don't think there are any other websites that can, is there? I think maybe Costco can.
Oh yeah, Costco does sell Disneyland tickets, which is kind of weird.
Yeah, isn't that weird?
It's weird.
So Getaway Today is a little discount that you can get on your Disneyland tickets. It's not a huge discount, but at this point, any discount is a good discount because there's not a whole lot you can move around with tickets. Yeah. If you can be flexible about when you purchase your tickets, they do have a lot of deals that they do on their website. One of them is adults at kids prices. So they sell the Disneyland tickets for the child's price. And they also do, you've gotten one where you get like an extra day,
it's an
right?
extra day. It was, I think, like a 4-day park hopper for the price of a 3-day park hopper. So I had the money saved up and ready, got on that deal. So then when everybody else on the 4th day was hanging out at the hotel, I was wrapping Disneyland for the 4th day for free.
Yeah. That's awesome. So if you go to getawaytoday.com, I think they have a newsletter. They also have a Facebook. I believe they have an Instagram. And they announce their deals on those social media. And they also, I believe, send out emails. So be on the lookout for those and definitely use that to get a discount on tickets. The next thing is gift cards. So after my dad was disabled, my parents' money really kind of went to his recovery and hospital bills and medical bills and stuff like that. And my dad, during the entire time that he was rehabilitating, was obsessed with going to Disneyland. Yeah. And they knew that it was going to be hard for him to go in a wheelchair, and he wasn't really moving that well.
It would have been, he was at a point where it was hard to get in and out of the wheelchair, hard to be sitting up for a long period of time, and a big part of his motivation to get better was to go to Disneyland.
Which is really cool.
Yeah.
So what we did as their children, there's 7 kids, we're the 2 oldest. Yeah. So we kind of all just gave them Disney gift cards for different occasions. So for Christmas, for
Mother's Day,
Father's Day, yeah. Birthdays, we all kind of just gave them Disney gift cards. And by the time they were ready to go to Disneyland, they were able to pay for their Disneyland tickets, souvenirs, and you can even use those to eat at the parks. So if you want to try to do Disneyland on a budget, ask for, Disney gift cards for your birthday or, whatever. So that can really be helpful.
Yes.
The next one is hotels. There's not a lot you can do. Hotels around Disneyland are not super cheap. Yeah. But I do have one little hack that can be helpful if you're willing to do it. So Priceline.com has something called Express Deals. This is where you can enter in what city you want to stay in and what area of the city.
Yeah.
So you can actually put in that you want to be right next to Disneyland.
Yeah.
And it'll only show you the deals for next to Disneyland. You can also enter in the star level. So if you only want to stay in like a 2-star or above, 3-star or above,
Yeah.
4-star, I mean, you're getting bougie on yourself. This is a budget video. Come on.
Right. You're not. This video isn't for you.
This isn't
If
you,
you're staying in
4-star.
4-star hotels near Disneyland, this video is
Get
not
out of
for
here.
you. Goodbye.
So you select these options and it pops up with deals. Now, these deals, you cannot see the hotel that you're booking. It tells you all of the amenities. It tells you that it's in that area. It tells you how many stars it is. But they do not tell you which hotel it is until after you pay.
Yeah.
But because of that, for some reason, that makes it so that you get a good deal. There are quite a few hotels near Disneyland that have these express deals available. And honestly, you're not staying in your hotel that much.
You're almost never there.
I mean, you're just like basically sleeping there. When we go to Disneyland, we go right when it opens and we do not leave until they're like,
Yeah.
hey, get out of here, please.
No, we get there before the park opens
Yeah.
to wait in line to be let in first.
Yeah.
And we stay till the park closes. So
Yeah.
we're back at the hotel for
Sleeping.
7 hours. Or
Yeah.
something. Like it's not worth spending a ton of money.
Yeah. Something, you know, like really expensive and nice is not that important to us. I mean, I don't want to be staying where it's like gross and yucky, but
Sure.
but that's why it's good that you can choose the star level when you're doing this. And I mean, there are some, you know, okay, good, whatever hotels
Yeah.
near there that that you can get for fairly cheap. I mean, it's not super cheap, but with your options that are around Disneyland,
Yeah.
that's kind of also from the hotels that are really near Disneyland, there's usually a shuttle.
Yeah. And the shuttle is cheap. You can buy the tickets for the shuttle in the lobby of most of the hotels.
It's like $4, right?
Yeah. And that is going to be way cheaper. That if you think like, oh, I'll go outside of the regular Disneyland hotel area, hotels are a little cheaper. But then you're having to figure out transportation there. You're
Yeah.
parking a car there all day. That's super
Yeah,
expensive.
parking is like $20 a day or
Parking
maybe more.
is crazy. It's
And
very expensive.
It makes you miss stuff. Like we were trying to get there early and we
Oh
were
my
in
gosh.
line to park for so
Forever.
long
Forever.
that the rest of our family had already gotten in and we're already going on a ride.
Yeah.
So it was just not even worth it
Exactly.
to do that.
So stay close, take the shuttle. So another thing that you'll want to think about is planning ahead for things. One of the things you'll want to think about in advance is your outfits. So a lot of times kids will see like princess dresses, want a princess crown, a
Our
belle
nieces.
dress. Yeah. But those are so expensive in the park. And I don't think any child is gonna mind having their Cinderella dress on when they walk into the park.
Yeah.
So you can get those, buy those online, buy those at home, find a deal at the Disney store. Just plan in advance for those. Same with your adult shirts. We dress up in Disney theme. I mean, Indiana Jones is in Disney, but it's at the park, so
Yeah.
it counts.
Totally.
We dress up every outfit I wear, plan in advance, and it's
Way in
Disney themed.
advance. I'm ridiculous about it. Every single time I go, I plan out mine and my husband's outfits, and he just has to wear what I tell him to wear, which is like every day
You
anyway.
gotta match.
And so I wore this actually when we went in August. This is a dress and this Flotsam and Jetsam hat. I got so many compliments. Like people were losing it over my dress, and I'm like,
It's
thanks.
super cute.
And
Yeah.
this was a Hot Topic dress that I got on sale for like $13.
Yeah.
And then I got my husband a Little Mermaid shirt from Hot Topic that was just black with a mermaid print on it. I can't remember exactly what it said, but it was funny and cute. And then he just wore jeans. So we like to
Yeah.
be cute and match. But you really, I mean, I think his t-shirt was like $15.
Yeah.
You don't have to be crazy spending $30 at Disneyland
Right.
or whatever. Just plan ahead and
Yes.
you'll be able to look cute and
Yeah.
yeah.
We also do our own like DIY Mickey ears. That's super fun too. The fancy Mickey ears at Disneyland can get real pricey.
They're cute, but unless that's a huge thing for you and you really want that, I don't think it's really worth it.
I don't either, but also if you love Mickey ears, it's fun to make your own. So we did like a girls' night, and you just get a headband, cut out some foam in the shape of the ears that you want, and then you can cover them with fabric. We covered them in like fake flowers, like the daisy ones, super cute.
Yeah.
And you can plan them to match your outfits that we're obviously planning in advance.
Way in advance.
Yep. So yeah, that's really fun to DIY, and that's fun for kids to do too.
Yeah, you can make it a whole cute thing, making some cute ears, like a craft night or something.
Exactly.
We actually did make some ears, I think a couple years ago. So I will drop in some pictures right here.
Yeah.
Those were cute, right?
They were super cute, and we had a lot of fun making them.
Yeah.
So also, kind of back to hotels a little bit,
Yeah.
and thinking about stuff that you should plan in advance. When you're booking your hotel, look for a place that has a continental breakfast. Food at Disneyland is your major expense. Besides, I mean, you gotta buy your ticket, that's expensive. Your hotel, that's expensive. You have to eat.
Yeah.
So planning your food out is really important. And if you have breakfast before you go, if you eat your free complimentary breakfast at your hotel, then you know, that's one meal that you don't have to worry about in the park.
Definitely. Also, if by chance your hotel does not have a free breakfast, we have in the past, when we've gone with our whole entire family, bought like cereal and milk to put in the fridge,
groceries. Yeah,
fruit, and then you kind of just eat it as you go. Like we've even like been eating like fruit or muffins or whatever on the shuttle to get to Disneyland.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, plan your breakfast in advance. Whatever you do, whether it's the continental breakfast or you plan some food, it's gonna be way cheaper than in the park. Also, when you're packing up your backpack to take with you into the park, there's a few things you should remember to bring. One is a jacket.
Yes.
You will get chilly at night.
You don't think you will.
You don't think you will, but you will.
But you will.
It will get chilly at night, especially because Fantasmic and World of Color are both projected onto some spraying water. And you're gonna get that blowback, and then when you're a little bit damp, or if you've been on, you know, Splash Mountain or Grizzly River Rapids, or, you know, who knows? You'll get a little chilly, and if you don't have a jacket, you'll want one.
And then you'll have to buy a $60 jacket or hoodie like I did. Yep. So quite a few years ago, in the middle of the summer, I was like, I don't need a hoodie or a jacket. I'm sure it'll be fine. It was the very first time that I ever saw World of Color. It was brand new. And I was there with my two best friends, and we sat down in our reserved World of Color section, which was really near the front, and got so sprayed with water. It's like a light mist, but after you're being misted for like 10 full minutes,
right,
or more, like how long is World of Color? Yeah. So I got super wet, and then it was freezing cold, and I went to the nearest little shop, which was the shop that is right across from the Ariel's Undersea ride, and it has so much Little Mermaid stuff in there.
It's a little boutique, and it's mostly Little Mermaid things.
Yeah, they had a World of Color hoodie that I still have, and now I collect Disney hoodies, so I'm not good on this part of the video. But I bought a World of Color hoodie, and it was $60, and I wasn't planning on that expense. Like, that wasn't in my whole budget when I was going, and kind of sucked. I mean, it's a cute hoodie, and I love that I have it. Yeah. But yeah, wasn't planning on it. So
if you're trying to budget, bring a jacket.
Bring a jacket.
Also, along with that, bring a change of socks. And I know that sounds weird, but like nothing makes me more irritable than wet feet. Yeah. Ugh. And same thing. If you've been being misted, if you've been on a wet ride, if you just have sweaty feet problems, just Yeah, a cotton little pair of socks in the bottom of your backpack. You won't even notice you're bringing them.
For real.
And then partway through the day, you can switch out and you won't have to be like, I'm getting blisters from my wet socks. I need to go find new socks somewhere.
Yikes.
And then buy those like thin nylon-y, like
terrible.
No character socks have great cushion support for you walking 12 hours.
They don't.
So bring some socks. Also Band-Aids, make sure you have those. Sunscreen, make sure you have those. You don't want to spend your day walking around the park hunting down sunscreen and Band-Aids.
Yeah.
So bring those with you. Bring a power bank. Your phone will be dead the whole time.
Yeah, especially if you follow one of our tips later in this video and get Max Pass.
Yeah, you'll be on your phone a lot. I'm on Max Pass, also trying to meet up with your friends and family, calling each other, that kind of stuff. So having a power bank charged in with you is a great idea so that you're not trying to go buy cords, trying to go buy a power bank.
Yeah.
Just have that ready with you. Bring a refillable water bottle. It'll save you money because you won't be buying water bottles all the time. But also, if you in 2019 are just throwing away plastic water bottles like it's no big deal.
Shame.
No, don't. Buy a reusable water bottle, bring it with you. There is no reason not to. Plastic is bad and we all know this.
There are really cute Disney water bottles too.
It's true. You can. Make it a Disney water bottle and then you're excited about it.
Or like get a cheaper water bottle and put Disney stickers on it.
There you go.
You know? Like whatever.
Now it's fun.
Yeah.
And you're not wasting.
Don't.
And you're not spending money.
Yeah.
So.
Don't use plastic water bottles, you jerk.
Yeah.
Who are you? Get out of here.
The ocean.
Hello.
Ariel, crush, heard of him?
You're ruining his life. So think about that.
Also, packed in your backpack, you should have snacks.
Yes.
Think about snacks that are going to be filling. I mean, throw some candy in there if you want, for sure. Some mints, some gum, that's always a good idea. They don't sell gum in the park, by the way.
Yeah, because
they don't want gum all over the ground. You can chew it. No one's going to slap it out of your mouth. But
they might. You don't know.
You can't buy it in the park because they don't want to encourage people stepping in gum all day because people are spitting it out. But for your snacks, you want to pack stuff that's filling, stuff that's healthy, stuff that's going to, you know, extend your time between meals.
Yeah.
So when I was, you know, poor, going to Disneyland, trying to spend as little money as possible in college, I would plan out, I'd have my continental breakfast before, and then I would just snack. And you want to bring things like dried fruit, granola bars,
trail mix,
things
that are going to give you like energy and also keep you filled.
Yes. If it's not a super hot time of year, peanut M&Ms are great. The nuts are good, but then the chocolate, you know, the sugar protein combo is delicious.
It'll give you that good rush for Disneyland.
It does, guys. I'm serious. So, pack some snacks. Eat those, and then you can have your big meal at 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock. If you've been snacking, you're not going to be hungry until it's time for like a late lunch.
Yeah.
Then you eat your meal. You've spent money on one big meal at Disneyland, and then you just have snacks for the rest of the evening. And even if you want to treat yourself to a couple, you know, purchasing a couple Disneyland snacks.
Yeah, churros.
Yeah, popcorn.
Mickey pretzel.
Yeah.
I mean, they are a little bit of money, but if you're doing that instead of buying another big meal, yeah, definitely.
For sure.
And you can get a few and share them with everybody.
Yes.
When we were younger, we would, you know, like go get an ice cream sundae and like a few of us share it.
Yeah.
One of our favorite snacks to get is the apple pie apple, caramel apple.
Oh yeah.
And they can cut it for you there, and then you have a bunch of pieces, and we would just get one and kind of share it around. So another thing you can do, especially if you have kids with you, is kind of just snacking the whole day whenever anybody's hungry. So if you have a kid that's like, oh, I'm kind of hungry, be like, okay, here's our snack backpack. Pick what you want out of here, have a snack, so that you kind of are being held over all day until you are ready to go to like your reserved dinner or your, you know, whatever. If you have those snacks and you kind of just snack as you go through the park, you'll keep up your energy because you actually do need to eat enough when you're at Disneyland. If you don't, I've seen people pass out. I mean, you also need to drink a lot of water too.
It's a lot of walking.
It's a lot of walking, and if you're just like
in the sun, in the heat.
Yeah, and you get like really worked up going on rides too. I mean, I do.
Adrenaline.
So another thing you can do is you can bring in food for the rest of your meal. So if you want to like plan ahead of time and like pick one place where you want to, you know, make a reservation and eat there, if they have something on the menu that you've been wanting to try or something like that. So the day before you go to Disneyland, you can go to the grocery store and you can buy some prepackaged meals. I've seen people like go and buy like a prepackaged sandwich or a wrap. I think before we have even like bought bread, peanut butter, and jam in our hotel and like made peanut butter and jelly sandwiches, and you know, you can like bring in little bags of chips and stuff to just like make yourself a meal. So you can bring your lunch to the park and eat that and not have to spend extra money.
Disneyland hacks. So there is some stuff that's free at Disneyland. So
free is awesome.
Free is great. And Disneyland is expensive, so take what free things you can get.
For real.
The first thing is buttons. You can get a free button every time you go to Disneyland. If you go right when you walk in, if you go to City Hall, do you have them right here? Perfect example. So you can walk in, go straight to City Hall, and if you are not celebrating any kind of special event, just you're here at Disneyland, you can get one of these I'm celebrating buttons. And then they have specialized ones for just married, for just graduated, for happy birthday. They have all kinds of different ones. Yeah, sometimes
this one you can't get anymore.
Yeah, it was like a special event one. So yeah, all the buttons are free and they are at City Hall, but you can also get them at most stores. So if you just are, you know, don't want to wait at City Hall, sometimes a line builds up in the mornings there. But if you walk into any of the shops, they have at least the I'm celebrating buttons. They might not have some of the super specific ones, but they'll at least have the I'm celebrating one.
Usually they'll have the first visit ones too. So if it's your first visit to Disneyland, or if it's any of your kids' first time going, you can get a first visit button. And also, depending on what your button says, the cast members are extra nice to you.
It's true, and just people in the park.
Right. Oh my gosh. When I went there on my honeymoon and I had that just married button and my husband was wearing the happily ever after one, so many people said congratulations to us. Like, not even just cast members, which a lot of them did, but like just people in the park were like, congratulations on getting married. And I'm like, thanks.
Yeah. It's fun. I've gone with on my birthday and had the birthday button, and
so
like,
nice, right?
Every 5 minutes, someone would be like, "Happy birthday!" It's fun. So that's a fun thing to have. It's a free souvenir, so that's great. Another free thing you can get. Okay, so there's a couple free food things over at California Adventure. They have the Ghirardelli shop. You can buy chocolates there. They have like an ice cream bar. But as you walk in, they hand you a free chocolate square. So that's great. You don't have to buy anything. You just walk in, you grab your free chocolate square. You're probably gonna get ice cream.
Yeah, I mean, you know.
But you can get your free square and leave if you need to.
Yeah.
And just across from that, they have a bakery tour. So you can do this quick little bakery tour.
It's like sourdough bread bakery.
Yeah. At the end, you get a piece of sourdough bread.
That is delicious.
It's so good.
So good.
Yeah. So those are both free little things that you can grab. Also at California Adventure, there is the Animation Academy.
That is seriously like one of my most favorite
really
things
fun
to do.
Okay, so the Animation Academy is over at California Adventure, and basically there's all kinds of different little things that you can do in there. There's the turtle chocolate crutch, there's a meet and greet princesses stuff, there's all kinds of stuff. But in there's an Animation Academy. They have an artist. They have time slots. You just, you know, go ask the attendant when the next one is, go in there, and they have different characters that they'll teach you how to draw. So you go in, you've got your little sheet of paper, the person at the front has their projected image, and they go step by step and teach you how to draw the character. And then when you're done, you have I mean, if you did a great job, then awesome. You have a souvenir of an awesome character that you drew. And if you did a bad job, even better, because those are very entertaining.
Yeah. So I'm not even that good at drawing, but every time I do it, mine comes out so good.
It does, yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Like they're really good at describing
They
like
really
exactly
break
what
down
to do.
the shapes.
Yeah.
So it's not like you're trying to just draw a character from sight. They like block in all the shapes with you.
Yeah, and it's really fun. It seems like something that might be like a time waster, like, oh, I could be on a ride, but I do it every time. It's fun and worth it. Yeah. So I have quite a few pictures of drawings that we have done at the Animation Academy, including a hilarious picture that my husband drew. And he's so terrible. I can't even, just wait till you see
Next
it.
level. Okay, so you can also, I always, as I leave the park, grab a fresh map. This is kind of, I don't know anybody else that does this, but
I think it's cute.
I think it's fun. So I always save my Disneyland ticket. And then I always save a park map on the way out from California Adventure and Disneyland. So I have maps going back to like when I was a teenager, and it's fun to look at the old maps and see, because they change the covers with what new movies are coming out or what rides are being refurbished or added. So it's fun to kind of compare those and to look at the maps and see how Disneyland has changed, and that's a free thing you can grab. It doesn't take up any space in your suitcase. It doesn't take any space up at home. So I grabbed the maps.
That's cute.
Another thing that you always can do for free is photos. Photos are the best souvenir, more than, you know, some trinket that you buy and it sits on a shelf for a few years and then you're cleaning stuff out and it's like, what do I do with this Aurora picture frame?
Yeah.
I don't know. And then eventually it ends up at a thrift store. A lot of trinkets just, they don't stick around. But photos, you keep those and you look at those forever, and that's, I think, the best way to have a souvenir.
Yeah.
So anytime that you want to take a picture with a character, the cast member will take it with their, you know, fancy camera, but you can also always hand them your phone and they'll take one with your phone as well. So that's an easy way to do it. Or you can invest in getting a Max Pass,
which is something that I would never go to Disneyland and not get again. Like, it is such a time and energy saver.
Yes.
And it is $15 a day per person, which seems like a lot, especially if you have a family, but it's so worth it.
Yeah.
I can't even describe to you. I actually made another video on doing Disneyland like a pro. You should go check that out. It's a couple of videos back on my channel, but that describes why Max Pass is such a great thing. But for this video, what you can do is the Max Pass includes photos at Disneyland.
Yeah.
So anytime you see a cast member that's taking photos, like in front of the castle, in front of the entrance to Disneyland where the flower Mickey head is, over by Walt. There's a bunch of different places where there are cast members stationed to take photos. They can scan your app on your phone and the photos will automatically show up on your phone and be ready to be downloaded. This also includes all ride photos.
Yeah.
So photos from Space Mountain, Splash Mountain, Incredicoaster, Guardians. I mean, all of these photos where the ride takes a photo of you.
Yeah.
That gets sent straight to your phone. In the past, you would have to go to the counter and buy the photo or whatever, which we never did. Like,
no.
I guess some people do that, but anyway. So that gets just put straight onto your phone. And there's also something really cool that can be a really awesome souvenir with the photos. They can add digital elements to your photos. If you ask the cast member to do this, they'll have you position yourself in a certain way, and after they take the photo, it gets uploaded to your phone with added digital elements. So I will pop in a photo right here. And they add in these cute things. That was taken when we went for Halloween time. And they are just really cool. And if you take them together as a family, you can get that printed at home, put it in a frame, and that's a really cool souvenir that you know, just paid for the price of Max Pass for. So next we're gonna talk about different souvenirs leading into souvenirs. So a way to make it so that you can, you know, still get souvenirs for your family, but be able to stay in budget, is to make sure that everyone in your family is aware of what the budget is, and maybe tell them, okay, you can only pick one souvenir or two souvenirs, and this is your budget. So if you just pay attention to everything as you're walking around the park, tell your kids to kind of pay attention, look out for things that they want, and remember them, and don't buy them right away. They'll be able to not make an impulse purchase. And be able to get something that they really cherish.
Yeah, so almost everything in the parks, in all the park shops, you can also purchase at Downtown Disney in the World of Disney store.
Yeah, I love that store.
It's a huge Disney store, and it has so many things that you probably didn't notice in the parks because you don't have time to go into every
store.
Yeah, so what I always do is when I'm walking around the parks and I see things that I kind of want, I take a mental note of that, and I wait, because I will absolutely impulsively be like, I want this so bad, I'm gonna take it home with me. But then if you leave it and you walk away, you maybe don't actually need that.
Yeah.
So if
you see something that you want way more.
Right.
Yeah.
And you would have already blown your souvenir budget.
Yeah.
So wait until after you go to Disneyland, the next day, stop by Downtown Disney before you head home, and stop in that store, and if you still really want it, awesome, it's there and you can buy it then, but it'll save you from your own impulse buys.
Yeah, and also then you don't have to walk around the park all day with souvenirs.
Yeah.
Or rent a locker, and you're spending more money on renting a locker.
Yeah.
So the next thing is something really fun. All around Disneyland and California Adventure, they have pressed penny machines and some pressed quarter machines. So if you don't want to bring change to the park, which you totally can, you can just give some cash to one of the shop attendants in the store. You can go to a cast member and they can give you change if you have cash. So maybe bring some $1 bills so that they can give you some change for that. And there are pressed penny machines all over the place in different lands, near different rides, and they're all different.
Yeah.
And they're really cool. So you can make it a fun thing with your family and your kids to try to collect as many as you can. And you can even ahead of time buy like a pressed penny booklet. I actually have one that I got, I think on Amazon, that was like really cheap. And every time I get a pressed penny on vacation, it goes inside this little booklet. So each pressed penny is 50 cents plus a penny. And you get the penny back pressed, and they are super cute. And it's just a fun way to have like a very cheap souvenir, and also make it a fun thing for your family to be on the lookout for these and decide which ones are their favorite, and keep those as a souvenir. The next thing is, if you have young children, or if you just really want to do it, get autographs from characters. That can be a super fun way to be able to meet the characters, and also something that your child can have to take home.
Yeah.
Budget tip for that is the autograph books and pens that are at the park can be expensive. So you can get Disney ones that are cheaper, like on Amazon or different websites. Even at the Disney store, they can do deals on autograph books. So bring that with you, I would say. And then you can get autographs all day while you're meeting characters and taking photos with them. And your child will have that autograph book to take home and have all those memories. And if you want to, you can even print out the photos that you took while they were getting an autograph and put them in the autograph book. So the next thing, and this is probably going to be our last budget tip, is before you go to Disneyland, once you have decided as a family that that's where you're going to go, you should make a Disneyland savings jar and make it into a fun thing with your kids or your spouse or whatever, where you put all of your change or any extra money that any of the kids want to add in, or you or whoever, and put it into this Disney savings jar. And you can kind of see it build up and get excited about Disneyland, and it's a good way to have some extra money that is not coming out of your pocket right when you're going or from that paycheck. You're kind of just adding it up as you wait to go to Disneyland. You can put that towards souvenirs or whatever, so that it's super fun for your family to do together. So that is all of our budget tips. I hope that that was super helpful and kind of gave you some ideas that you might not have thought of.
Hopefully you can save up and go to Disneyland soon.
Yeah, I want to go soon.
Disneyland Paris, here I come.
She's going to Disneyland Paris. Like,
I
so
am.
not fair.
I am.
So not fair.
I'm very excited about it.
You gotta like really chronicle what the rides that are not available here.
Well,
like they have Ratatouille,
They
Ratatouille
do. They have a Ratatouille ride.
I love Ratatouille.
They also have like some of the same rides are still different. Like the Haunted Mansion ride is called, I think, Phantom Manor, and it's like Wild West themed.
Isn't that so cool?
Sounds awesome.
Do they have a Beauty and the Beast ride there? Because if they don't, that's so dumb. Like, that's a French movie.
Yeah,
She's French.
Yeah. Bonjour. Bonjour.
Bonjour,
How many times I say
bonjour.
bonjour to not have a bell ride there?
I mean, if you don't walk in there and people yell bonjour at you, I'm gonna be pissed.
I know, right?
That's
Same.
dumb.
Yeah.
They better do it.
They better. Anyway, budget. So, hope you can use these tips to save up and get to Disneyland as soon as possible.
Yeah. Get there.
Yeah.
Anyway, bye guys. Hope you have a magical day.
Bye.
Action! Just kidding. Well, we're aliens, so don't tell anybody.
Don't spend too much money. You don't want to fudge your budget. Well, let's get scrappy, kids.
Yeah.
We gotta figure out how to make this happen because I'm absolutely going.
You can keep going. This is a cute Incredibles cup, so it's fine.
Incredible. I am polka dotted.
I know. What the?
But I just don't want people to think my face is deformed.
Well.
You know what I mean? If it's like, if it catches like just on my chin.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, don't do that. Yeah. Okay.
Do that at Disneyland.
Yeah, do that. That you need to eat because you're a human and not an alien.
Humans have to eat.
Okay, so have fun at Disneyland, you cheapskate. I spend hundreds of dollars on souvenirs.
Don't fudge your budget.
Don't fudge it right up the. Just kidding. No, really though, I spend way too much on souvenirs because I collect ornaments and I collect.
We're like ornaments.
Ornaments, and I collect.
You perv.
Yeah, I know. Disney hoodies. Yeah, it's an issue. Like, why did I choose the most expensive thing to collect? A $60 hoodie every time I go. I'm an idiot.
That's not a budget tip.
No, it's not.
That's fudging your budget.
That's fudging your budget real hard.
Yeah.
Get out of our faces and shut up. We want to go eat dinner.
I hope you like us. I hope you think we're cool and fun.
We
and
are
beautiful.
so cool and fun and beautiful. Look at us.